California's Communities is supported by the California Redevelopment Association Foundation, a statewide organization made up of cities, counties, nonprofits, and private businesses sharing a common goal of bringing renewed life to neighborhoods and downtowns by expanding local businesses, creating jobs, building affordable housing, restoring buildings, and improving public facilities and infrastructure. Redevelopment, building better communities throughout California.
You know, it's always interesting to visit a place you've never been to before. And driving into the nice little town of Winters, I really had no idea exactly what to expect. All I knew ahead of time was that it had a historic downtown that had recently been restored and rejuvenated. That's what I was there to see. But little did I know just how much fun I'd end up having and how many nice people I'd meet. Okay, our adventure begins. We're walking down Main Street in the downtown historic core of Winters, California. Winters is in Yolo County, about 30 miles from Sacramento, right?
That's right.
Want to get my bearings here. Your name, sir, is?
I'm John Donlevy, and I'm the city manager of the city here.
Okay, so you know what's going on in this town.
Yeah, we know a little bit about what's going on.
Well, one of the things that's going on is your historic core here, and this is the first time I've ever been to Winters. This place is hopping. It's beautiful. It's restored.
We've got a lot going on. Over the past 7 years, we have implemented a lot of things, getting life back into this downtown. 5 years ago, almost half of the businesses in downtown were empty.
So wait a minute. If we'd been here 5 years ago, all up and down these streets, these stores would have been empty, sitting here vacant.
That's right.
And probably look pretty dilapidated and run down, too.
Yeah, they were basically the time of a bygone era. They simply did not have very much activity going on. And we've done a couple of things that have gotten this downtown going, and it's very exciting.
What have you done? Because, boy, I'm looking right down here. We got the Opera House. We've got this beautiful building here, another beautiful building over here. What did you do to restore the luster to downtown?
Literally, we've done everything from helping buildings rebuild so they could be occupied. A lot of what we call our facade improvements, where we've gone in, helped the building owners completely clean up the storefronts. We've attracted businesses by actively going out and doing some economic development recruitment to bring businesses here. It's really paid off because right now 100% of the downtown is filled and we've got some dynamic businesses here.
So you went from 50% and falling down to 100% and completely restored.
That's right, and we really are making this the center of all of our activities for the city because, like I said, it really is the soul of our community.
All right, now this just kind of jumps out at you. It says Opera House on the front. Was this originally an opera house?
Yeah, built originally in 1875. And it has served many functions, mostly as a theater, a community theater. Right now, it houses a huge music venue.
Can we go inside and look around?
You bet. Let's go.
What did it look like 5 years ago? Do you have any before and after pictures?
Yeah.
What did this look like?
8 years ago, the city embarked on really what was a complete renovation of this building in order to allow people to even occupy it.
Here's a lady outside the Opera House.
Hi.
Are you a Wintorian? What do you call someone who's from Winters?
Oh, I thought you said, how are you going to call someone who's old?
What do you call someone from Winters?
Well, we're a Winter Indian.
Winter Indian. And we're standing here in front of the Opera House.
Right.
We're getting ready to go inside.
Okay.
You've seen downtown change and get a lot better in the last couple of years, haven't you?
I've been here about 20 years. I live 3 miles in the country, but we come in for lunch at the Pewter Creek Cafe.
And that's right downtown.
Right downtown, right. Very
So
good.
has it added another kind of dimension to living in Winters that you can use your downtown again?
Oh, yes, but the people are very nice. There's a lot of Sacramento people that like to be here.
You let them come in, spend their money, and then go back home, right?
Right, as long as they clear out.
Okay, we have climbed the stairs, and we are now inside the old Opera House, and a beautiful statement it makes here, John. Is it still called
the Opera House.
And historically, people call it the Opera House, but now it's called the Palms Playhouse in
The
Winters.
Palms Playhouse, and I have a feeling this guy right over here waiting on us is connected with this thing. Your name, sir?
Dave Fleming.
You own this place.
Yes, I do.
And we're standing in front of a piece of history right here. Was this here when you bought the place?
This backdrop was here, and the folks who refurbished the place in the late 80s found this rolled up underneath the stage there.
Wow. So this was an old backdrop from something that went on here years ago.
That's correct. The folks who did find it, one of them was the newspaper publisher, and he went back and he checked on the businesses, and looking at the business, they figured it's about 1905, 1910.
Well, let's stand over here and look at the stage, because this is a venue now for what? What goes on inside this place now?
We present live music shows, some from simple as quiet folk music to full-on blues and jazz and country bands. And
so it's a music venue.
That's correct.
And you got a lot of chairs here.
Yes,
do you ever fill up the house?
We did. We just did last Sunday. We think we're going to do it in a couple of days from now on Saturday or tomorrow. And yeah, we do.
And what's the attraction? Do people just like coming into an old venue like this?
They do love the old venue. They love how the unique feel about it. It's so different from a lot of real contemporary feeling buildings. And the acts we bring are pretty good too, so it really draws them in.
It's got an old-timey feel to it, and I got to tell you, sitting here watching a performance, you got to go back in time and think about what it used to be like sitting here watching a performance back in the late 1800s, early 1900s.
Yeah, this building is just a classic type of old community gathering place, and in so many ways it represented a core reason for the city to not only to restore it, but also to attract and bring businesses in like the Palms to come and work here. Now literally you had people in the late 1800s enjoying it, and you got people today coming in and enjoying it very much the same way.
And this was one of the first pieces of redevelopment that happened downtown. You were kind of taking a chance.
A little bit, but but I liked Winters. I knew of Winters for a long time, and I knew there's a bit of an arts community here, and the support I've gotten from the public as well as the city has just been fantastic. So,
wow. Well, let's close up by just taking a shot of the stage right here and think back in time to what it was like in the 1870s, 1880s, 1890s, when the good people of Winters sat here in the audience and watched and listened to live performances just like they're doing today. History repeating itself. Okay, we've come outside the wonderful old Opera House. We're back on Main Street, and boy, there are a lot of historic buildings all up and down Main Street. And here to tell us a little bit about the history of Winters. Your name, sir?
My name is Howard Hupe.
And you know your history?
I hope so.
Well, let us know a little bit about the history of Winters, because I know this place is this is an old town, isn't it?
Absolutely. It was founded in 1842 when John Wilfskill came here and got a land grant of about 17,000 acres from the Mexican government. He was followed by his brothers, and then others, Theodore Winters and others came here.
Oh, Winters, that's who the town was named
That's who the town is named after, primarily because he donated the land that went into the first railroad depot, and the Main Street is on the federal and the state historic downtown registers.
Oh.
And one of the nice buildings you see right in back of us is the De Vilbius Hotel.
This one right here?
Yes.
Boy, this one makes a heck of a statement. You can't miss this building.
Hardly. And John De Vilbius came across the plains in about 1869, and he started construction of this hotel, the De Vilbius Hotel. And at the time it was completed in about 1889, it cost $51,000 to build.
A lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money at that time. It was a mecca for the salesmen who came through here, a lot of the commercial people, and it just became the showplace of this part of the Northern California when it was finished.
As a longtime resident of Winters, how excited does it get you to see downtown, the historic downtown, like it is today?
Oh, it's like a renaissance, a rebirth, and I'm just so excited. And when I look around and I'm aware of what has happened and what is going to happen in Winters, it's very exciting.
Do you think the people of Winters know and appreciate their history? I mean, we're standing here, everywhere you look, there are these beautiful old buildings. Do they understand and appreciate the history of the town?
Yes, because many of them will come in and take from the Chamber of Commerce one of our historic Main Street walking tours. I see even longtime residents walking through the town, looking at what's happening in downtown.
I've got it right here, Historic Winters Main Street Walking Tour,
Yes.
Cherishing the past, looking to the future. So people come and walk up and down the street.
Absolutely, and we find it from visitors. They come in, they're enchanted by the town, and that's the way it is. It's a bit of enchantment in Northern California.
Okay, I love enchantment, but I also like good food, specifically good red meat, and I understand that's what the Buckhorn is famous for.
The Buckhorn and the DeVilbiss Hotel awaits you.
All right, let's go. Let's get down to some serious eating right here in historic downtown Winters. Okay, here we are inside the historic Buckhorn restaurant. The bar is packed with friendly locals. Give me a wave, friendly locals. Boy, they are friendly. Things are friendly here at the Buckhorn, but we're not here to drink. We'll do that later on. We're here to eat. Cue the beef. Here it comes right here. Boy, and there's a plate load of it. Your name, sir, is?
John Pickerel.
And you're the owner of this
Yes,
place.
my wife Melanie and I. She's right over there.
Well, come on over here, Melanie. You're part of this as well. Tell us a little bit about this place and why it's so famous.
We specialize in beef. We're famous for beef. We've been in business 28 years. We're a beef emporium. We convert die-hard vegetarians, stubborn children, and skeptical Texans.
You've said that before, haven't you? Now, you've won a lot of awards for this beef. This isn't just your run-of-the-mill beef.
No, we buy very high-quality beef. We stick to the high quality. We're very consistent. We've been in business 28 years. The National Cattlemen's Beef Association nominated us, and we were picked the best independent restaurant in the United States in 2006.
Wow.
We won the California version of that. We're best out-of-town steakhouse in Yolo County. Lots of awards.
Lots of awards,
Yes.
and lots of customers. They come in here from all around to eat this red meat, don't they?
Yes. We have 22,000 people on our birthday anniversary list.
So they're here every year for birthdays and anniversaries.
It's a special occasion celebration restaurant.
Is
yes.
it hard to get on the list? I'm
No, it's not.
October the 18th.
We would be honored to have you on our list. Yeah.
I'm on, great.
Yeah, you're on the list.
Now, let's talk a little bit about where you're located in this wonderful old historic hotel in historic downtown Winters. You've been here 28 years, so you've been here back when this wasn't the best place to be, was it?
No, I came here because the building was abandoned and it was cheap. And there was nobody wanted to open a steakhouse here. We used to park the employees' cars out front to look prosperous. We had nights when we did 30 dinners.
Really? So
Yes.
it was deserted downtown.
Oh yes, this was a tough place to do business.
So do you think you being here and then maybe restoring the Opera House and then they kind of fell together piece by piece, didn't
Yes,
they?
it's nice to have other destination type of businesses carrying the load. Now we're not the only reason to come to Winters.
Yeah.
And we started Pewter Creek Cafe, and that helped too. So
Wow.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm talking about all this historic renovation, but I'm beginning to get totally swept up in the aroma.
yeah,
This is the way you get people, sucker people in, isn't it?
Yeah, you can never.
Look at this. I want to tell you, if we had smell-o-vision, people would be going crazy right now.
Yeah, let me tell you what we've got here. We've got our Taylor steak, and we have our baseball cut, and we have our ribeye steak. These are our signature steaks that people come for. And we don't cut these by weight, we cut them by thickness. They have to be over an inch thick to get on the plate.
Now, the place definitely has a historic feel to it. You kept the old West feel of the old hotel, right, John?
Yes, we did. We intentionally did that. People, it's a destination place. It's a place in time, and people enjoy coming out here not only for the steaks, but for that experience. It enhances the customer's experience.
And you talk about history. This is kind of obscure.
Oh, we got some great stuff
We're
here.
standing over here by...
This is the barber pole that was outside the front of the DeVilbiss Hotel.
Show us where that is. It's right there in the
DeVilbiss
picture.
Hotel, and this is the barber shop pole that signifies the barber shop in the DeVilbiss Hotel.
So you got the original barbershop pole
Yes,
that was
I
out
did.
in front of this hotel.
Yes, my friend Hank the barber, before he closed his barber shop, sold me this pole, and we located it next to the photo.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's really great.
And as good as the barber pole story is, you've got another thing on
yeah.
exhibit here that's even better, right over here.
Yeah, Dudley Sparks is a descendant of the owner of the DeVilbiss Hotel, and he donated this gun for us to use.
Now, what's the gun? What's the history of the gun?
This is called the house gun.
The house gun?
Yeah, that's a .44 Smith & Wesson. It was kept behind the desk that the...
When it was a hotel.
When it was a hotel, when you checked in, and if anybody was unruly, they would use the gun on them.
Okay, we're outside the Buckhorn. We're across the street from the old hotel, from the Buckhorn. The first thing I noticed, there's a sign there, tree planted in 1902 by D.O. Judy. What's that all about?
Well, this is the main railroad spur that used to come through town. This is Railroad Avenue. And D.O. Judy, like a lot of people, was one of the local business people back at the turn of the century. So that is a tree, a palm tree that was planted by D.O. Judy.
Over 100 years ago.
Over 100 years ago.
And it's right here on the corner of Railroad Avenue and Main Street. And there's this big vacant lot here, but that doesn't get you discouraged at all because it's not going to be vacant very long, is it?
Not at all. After the first of the year, we expect to see ground broken here on almost a 47,000 square foot mixed use project. It's going to have some retail, some business and office, and up on top, some very awesome residential units that are going to be for sale.
Lofts, so you can live in historic downtown Winters.
Yeah, we are trying to do as smart a growth as we can. So what we're doing is bringing infill development into our downtown. Our number one goal is bringing life into the downtown, and what better way is to have retail during the day, but people sleeping here at night too.
All right, and then right across the street, you've got this, looks to me like a beautiful little park over here. What's this all about?
This is Rotary Park, and 3 years ago we expanded the park from a little footprint. We built an entire parking lot around it, but for the most part, we built the park as a main gathering location within the community. Last night we had almost 400 people here for a concert in the park, and throughout the day you have people picnicking and visiting our downtown.
So it's kind of become a focal point of downtown, this little park. You've got a gazebo over here. What do you have, band concerts here too?
Yeah, we have everything from band concerts to people getting married to just various events and attractions. It really is the focal point of our downtown.
So we're right in the middle of, let's get a look at it over here. Here's downtown right over here, and here's the park right here. So all of this is part of what's happening in downtown Winters.
Yeah, you know, the greatest downtowns have a downtown green, a place where people can come and live and for the most part just relax, and that's what this park does for us. It gives a nice, calm, peaceful location for people just to come and hang out and enjoy the ambience of downtown Winters.
Now you're from Winters.
Yes.
I've been here a long time.
Yeah, 23 years.
So you remember the days
yeah, I remember.
back when downtown wasn't so hot.
No.
What was it like?
It was a little boring, but now it's beautiful and it changed a lot.
So people come downtown.
Yeah, it gets popular around here. We have great places to eat, and there's some music here in the summer, so people come out and hang out downtown.
Okay, next stop. We're coming in. Boy, it's nice and cool in here too. Right off of historic Main Street, Where have you brought us now, John?
This is the Berryessa Gap wine tasting room.
So this is a wine. Is this local wine?
This is grown in the Winters area. Some great wine grapes for some great wine.
All right, and this is one of these new businesses that's moved into historic downtown.
When we started the renovation effort, this was the third main business that opened up as part of our renovation. So,
well, I'll tell you what, bringing a winery in, a wine tasting room, that'll sure pep things up downtown, won't it?
You bet. People love to drink great wine.
All right, here they are right over here. Hi, how y'all doing? Didn't mean to interrupt your wine afternoon. Are you all locals?
We are.
Yes, we are.
So you're here every day?
Not necessarily.
But you're here a lot.
When the doors are open.
Drinking good Winters wine. Can I have a little bit of it? Can you pour me something? Because I never knew Winters was known for its wine.
Yeah, Winters is known for a lot of agriculture, farming, and the wine is premier.
So we're drinking award winners.
Award winners.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh, wow. Winters historic wine.
That's right.
Right here, locally grown and consumed.
Absolutely.
Of all the things we have seen in beautiful downtown, redeveloped, historic Winters, this is the icing on the cake. And this is the town's pride and joy. Tell us what we're looking at here, John.
What we have here is this is our historic trestle bridge. Originally, the train started coming through here in 1875. The railroad stopped coming through Winters in the late 60s, and for the most part, this bridge was just chain linked and cordoned off from anybody.
Yeah, I've seen the old picture of it. It was about to fall down. It looked terrible.
Yeah.
It was an eyesore.
For the most part, it was. It was a real nuisance to the city. We had people doing things that they shouldn't have been doing out there.
Yeah, it was probably a safety issue as well. This thing looked dangerous.
Yeah, it was dangerous. And originally given to the city back in 1975 as one of our first redevelopment projects to really create an important attraction for the community, we decided to move forward on this project. We came in, not only did we strip off all the old timbers that were on the bridge, but we also did some structural engineering to make it sound, and right now this is a great attraction. The deck, we did some things to really try and keep the flavor of the historic bridge.
Well, now this is the original bridge right up here, and it says up over the top there 1906, so this is over 100 years old.
Yeah, we actually coincided the construction and the dedication of the bridge. The bridge was originally opened in 1906, and we finished the project in 2006.
Now, there are a lot of cyclists coming over the bridge today, and there are a lot of, it's a pedestrian bridge as well, isn't it? I mean, it can be used for anything.
Yeah, Poudre Creek is a very important part of our community. Literally, it goes right through the center. Having this bridge and people going out there, whether you're on your bike or jogging or on foot, this is a great place to come night and day, and we have a lot of people doing that.
How did the community decide what to do with the bridge? Because you could have easily torn it down. Was there a kind of a community involvement, and what are we going to do with the old railroad bridge?
Yeah, this project, we actually had a group of people, most of them longtime residents, and when they said, what should we do as far as redevelopment, they said, we need to get that bridge open again so people can get out and enjoy it. So literally, the people of this community picked this as our #1 project.
Boy, this has such a wonderful feel to it, walking on it. You feel like you're walking back in history, don't you?
Yeah, this is a gorgeous area. Bird watching, fishing, coming through the creek here. We have, you can come out here in the morning, you see beavers and otters going up and down the creek. It really is a special location for us.
Oh, here's the creek right here. Oh, look over here. This is where it really gets pretty. What is this? This is the automobile bridge over here.
Yeah, that car bridge was originally built in 1912.
So it's old too.
That's right. And it, for the longest time, it was one of the very few actually reinforced bridges in California going across the span.
Wow. And here's our historian over here. How important was restoring this bridge, this old railroad bridge? How important was it to the sense of place and
Actually,
history here in Winters?
Well, it is history, and it is associated with the downtown area and the progress that Winters has made over the years.
It's got good bones to it, doesn't it?
And in the restoration, I'd like to, if you'll notice when they restored it, they kept the railroad tracks going.
Look! These are the railroad. This is where the railroad tracks would have been.
That's where the railroad tracks went on the old railroad.
So it ties it all together.
To history, yes.
Wow.
You can go from our historic Main Street right down to another historic edifice, the 1906 Railroad Bridge.
Wow, this is wonderful. And here are cyclists right here. Now, I don't know how many people at home picked up on this, but we had the cyclist just revolving around. How many times did you go past our cameras in the picture?
817.
817 times.
816.
Who really, you all really use this bridge, don't you?
Yeah, we really do. Sure. It's a good alternative to the narrow bridge over there that the traffic's on.
And where do you go when you get through crossing the bridge? Does this connect into a larger bike path that takes you?
No, it pretty much goes straight to the coffee house. Where
Now, wait a minute. I thought we had some hardcore cyclists here. Doesn't this take you somewhere?
We come 15 miles from our house to come have lunch or dinner. I was here for dinner last night. A bunch of us were. We have our weekly, Davis Bike Club has our weekly Thursday night dinner ride at 6 p.m. You're welcome to join us.
So you
starting
cycle,
in Davis.
You cycle from Davis into downtown Winters,
Absolutely.
enjoy dinner downtown.
That's right.
And then cycle back or get in your car and ride back.
Winters is becoming the Moab of road biking, if you didn't know. You know Moab, Utah, where people take their off-road bicycles to ride on the red sandstone and stuff? Well, the Winters is kind of like that for road bikes now. Wow. It's great.
There they go. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Well, we're ending up where we started, right here on Main Street out in front of the Opera House. John, thank you so much. I sure hope you know what you've got here. This is one of the nicest little towns I think I've ever been in California.
Winters is an incredible place to live. Yeah, I've lived all over California like many people, and there are very few places where you can actually call a home, and that is what Winters is. It's not only a great place to live and visit, but it really is a home type of place for families and everybody to live.
Well, I got to tell you, you got a lot of history here. You got a lot of beautiful architecture. You got a lot of thriving businesses here in downtown. You've also got the friendliest people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, and that's very typical. Winters is a great place. It's the type of town where you come and you feel right at home immediately.
Well, we came here initially to focus on the redevelopment of downtown and with special emphasis on that railroad trestle. We saw all of that, but we've seen a lot more, and we're leaving here feeling really good about your past, about your present, and especially about your future.
You bet. You know, our community development agency and a lot of those things have really shot a lot of life into this downtown, and it really is just the beginning. A lot of great things happening now, a lot of good things happening in the future.
Well, hello everybody, I'm Huell Hauser, and I sure hope you enjoyed our visit to the historic and friendly community of Winters. If you'd like to go on this adventure again, share it with family or friends, or perhaps donate a copy to your local school or library. It's available on DVD. All you have to do is call 1-800-266-5727, and we'll be glad to send it to you right away.
California's Communities is supported by the California Redevelopment Association Foundation, a statewide organization made up of cities, counties, nonprofits, and private businesses sharing a common goal of bringing renewed life to neighborhoods and downtowns by expanding local businesses, creating jobs, building affordable housing, restoring buildings, and improving public facilities and infrastructure. Redevelopment, building better communities throughout California.